2 and welcome to our final praise assembly of this half term. Again, we have got lots of learning to celebrate and winners to announce, including our learners and stars in each class and of course our storyteller winner for this week in Year 2. We also have a fantastic story read by Mrs Belcher as part of the assembly as well. So let's go over now to Year 2 Reg 1 and find out who Mrs King has chosen as her learner and star this week.
So assembly time for Year 2 again. Hi all Year 2 children, missing you lots. Thinking about star and learner this week, so it's been tricky as always, but some of you have really stood out this week. For learner, I've gone for someone that's really done some different type of learning this week, and they've actually been outside camping in their gardens. They've put up a tent and done lots of camping activity together as a family. So our learner this week goes to Jacob. Well done Jacob, keep up the camping and enjoying all the lots of family fun. Over to Star, and now this week this young lady has blown away all of the Year 2 team and lots of other members of the East Park staff, and if you haven't seen her video, please check it out on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. It goes to Arsenal. She has become a scientist with a documentary, so please check it out. For her self-belief and confidence that has shown through, it goes to Arsenal.
Congratulations on your self-belief star.
Well done again. Keep up the learning. Over to Year 2, Reg 2, Miss Jones.
Hello Year 2 Reg 2, you have been making me so proud this week by sending in so much learning for me to look at. So our learner this week is for a young girl who has been sending in learning every week since schools have been closed. She's been sending in her writing, she's been sending in her maths, and she always sends in a photograph of herself as well with a lovely smile on her face. So our learner in Reg 2 this week is Ratika. And now on to our star in Year 2 Reg 2. Again, it's for a girl in our class who has been sending in lots of different types of learning, including quite a few clever science investigations, and she's been sending me in photographs of the investigations taking place, and I felt so proud of the creativity that this member of our class has shown. And so for creativity this week, our star in Reg 2 is Emily. So well done to Emily.
Congratulations on your creativity star.
We're now going to head over to Mrs Belcher and find out who the learner and star is in Year 2 Reg 3 this week.
Hello Reg 3, I can't believe it's that time of the week again when we're doing our learner and star for Reg 3. It's really great to see you and to hear from you again during the week. Lovely to get your photos and to get your home learning, and that really helps me choose learner and star too. So our learner this week, oh Maya, it was so lovely to hear from you and to see your beaming face. You've been so busy with your learning at home. You've been making jam sandwiches, I've made a little list, you've been doing some art, you have even done a modelling video for me, and you've been practising your comprehension with your reading and doing some fractions in maths. So my goodness, that's an awful lot of learning. I'm really proud of you, so you definitely deserve learner for Reg 3 this week. Well done. Our star for this week I have chosen for Perseverance. This person has been going on to the Timetables Rock Stars every week, I think, since it started, and most weeks they're getting a certificate either for the most points scored or for their most improved score from all of our class. So well done to Ryan, you're our star, and as I say, that's for the perseverance that you've shown. So well done, that's super.
Congratulations on your perseverance star. Year 2 staff star for this week goes to Miss Turner for her self-belief.
Now it's my turn. We've had a couple of poems in the last few weeks from Mrs King and Mrs Jones. This week I'm going to read you a story. The book I'm going to share with you this week is called The Hedgehog's Balloon by Nick Butterworth. You might have come across Nick Butterworth's other books that are part of the Percy the Park Keeper series. I've really enjoyed reading them over the years, especially to my daughter, and the main reason I've enjoyed them is because of all the lovely animals that are in the illustrations and in the story. And as you can see, I've got one fluffy little teddy our rabbit joining us today. So Ted, are you going to sit nice and quiet with my daughter Esther and enjoy the story from Nick? Okie dokie, Ted. Well, we'll make a start. Percy the park keeper looked up from his work and gazed in wonder. 2 red ones, a blue one, there's a yellow one and another blue one. Percy was counting balloons. I wonder where they're coming from, he said to himself. Somebody must have had a party. He put down his trowel and wiped his hands. Well, if nobody wants them, he said, I think I'll help myself. Percy chased after the balloons as they floated past him on the breeze. It didn't take him long to collect as many as he could carry. He began to walk back towards his hut, whistling happily. Suddenly, Percy stopped. He could hear a faint sound coming from a tree stump nearby. It was not a happy sound. Someone's crying, said Percy. Oh dear. He let off his balloons and hurried over to the stump. I wonder who he'll find there. Sitting on the tree stump and looking very upset was a hedgehog. 2 mice were doing their best to comfort him. Goodness me, said Percy. Whatever is the matter? He does look sad. How kind of his friends to be looking out for him. It's all these balloons, said the hedgehog. Then, in between sniffs and sobs, he explained to Percy how he had always loved balloons. The trouble was that he could never have them because they would always burst on his spines. It's just not fair, and the hedgehog burst into tears again. You poor thing, said Percy. He tried to put his arm around the hedgehog, but took it away at once. Ouch, he said. Then Percy took one of his thick gardening gloves out of his pocket and put it on. The hedgehog nestled into his hand. I think everyone should be able to play with balloons, said Percy, and that includes hedgehogs. He put on the other glove and gently carried the hedgehog towards an old store shed. The 2 mice followed. The mice watched Percy through the window. He set the hedgehog down on a workbench, and then he took a tin from a shelf. He opened the lid. What's Percy doing? Said one of the mice. What's in that box? I don't know, said the other mouse. I can't see properly. The mice didn't have to wait very long to find out. Percy picked up the hedgehog and brought him inside. There, said Percy. A good idea, even if I say so myself. I think those balloons will be safe now. The mice clapped and the hedgehog beamed. He thought how smart he must look wearing his corks. Percy caught hold of a bright yellow balloon. Here you are, said Percy, as he handed it to the hedgehog. Your very first balloon. The hedgehog took the balloon, and with a great big smile on his face, he scampered off with the balloon floating beside him. Another satisfied customer, said Percy, feeling pleased with himself. Percy turned to go back to his hut, but suddenly there came a loud bang. Whoops, said Percy. One of the corks must have come off. It's a good job we've got plenty of balloons. Don't worry, Percy called to the hedgehog. I'm coming. And that's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed the story The Hedgehog's Balloon. While I was reading it and choosing this week's story, I noticed one of our East Park 8 values in it. I wonder if you can have a little think. Well, we had Percy the park keeper. He heard somebody that was a bit upset, somebody that was crying because they'd never experienced something very special before. And that was Hedgehog, wasn't it? He had never had the joy that having a balloon can bring, and that was because of his prickles. And Percy the park keeper, being such a kind, well, that's one of our values, isn't it? Being such a kind person, tried to solve that problem for him by putting the corks on the end of all his prickles so that then he could enjoy. And even when one fell off, he still went back and helped Hedgehog because it was important to him that other people felt special, that other people could have that moment of joy in their day. It got me thinking, oh gosh, wouldn't it be lovely if each day at home, whilst we're away from school, we can maybe do something for somebody else, like Percy did for the hedgehog, that would bring joy. So my daughter and I got together and we've made some Be Kind cards. I hope they show up. It's very sunny in my garden today. So we've got some Be Kind cards, or Be Kind vouchers, or tokens you might want to call them. I've done, I think, about 8. And the idea is that you can come up with any ideas you have of how you could be kind to your family. And either they could pick one and you have to carry out that Be Kind task to them to make them feel extra special. Or it could be that you just go, ooh, I'm going to do this one today, and you go off and you find somebody in your house that you can do something kind to. So let me just read a few examples. We thought of these up because we thought these were things that we like to do to each other in our house. So we could draw a picture and give it to someone in your home, make their day by sharing something beautiful and pretty that you've created for them. You could give a person in your house, remember it's got to be your household at the moment, a hug. That makes us feel extra special, doesn't it? Especially if we're having a low day or a grumpy day. How about giving 3 compliments to somebody? Oh, I love how you've done your hair today. That's a pretty dress you've got on. What a lovely bow in your hair. Or something like that. Paying somebody a compliment, making them feel good about themselves. You could be really great and help tidy up. So help your adults at home to keep the house nice and tidy. Make somebody laugh. What about telling your favourite joke or looking up some jokes so you've got a whole bank of them that you can share and make people giggle? You could help a family member at home with a task. It could be washing up, making the bed. Lots of things need getting done, and it's lovely if we can do that together. And you could tell someone something that you like about them. Okay, something that's inside them about how kind they are, how thoughtful they are, something that you think's extra special about them. This is a good one. You could maybe let your sibling, that means a brother or a sister, older or younger, let them have a go first. That would be very kind. So that's just a few ideas. I'm sure you've got lots of lovely other ideas, and you will be spreading kindness through your family, which is such an important value, especially at this time. So I'm looking forward, maybe you could send in some emails to your teachers telling us just how you have been kind in your family. Okay, well, it's music time again, so I will hand you over to our lovely band.
Together everyone achieves more in every situation. That's why we always focus on collaboration.
To deal with other people, we have to be correct.
To make sure we treat each other with respect.
You can be the greatest artist in the world, from England to Italy. But to do that, we have to embrace our creativity.
We all know the truth is the best policy.
All that we do, we try to show honesty.
You have to try hard if you want to show brilliance. To get through the tough times, we need resilience.
Be strong and overcome any interference.
We have to keep going, we need perseverance.
We are independent, homework to attendance.
To do well, you need lots of independence.
Everyone's a leader, a champion, a chief.
If you want to achieve, you need self-belief.
I'm sure you'll agree here too, another fantastic praise assembly to end our half term. But we do have one more winner to announce, and that is our storyteller of the week in year 2. And our winner this week is a young boy from year 2 Reg 3, and it is Tyler. So a big well done to Tyler. Your video will be uploaded onto YouTube about 15 minutes after this assembly. So well done, we are really proud of you in year 2. So a big well done to all of year 2 who have been sending in their learning. Of course, keep sending in your learning for the rest of this week. But of course, next week is our half term. And so we won't be having a praise assembly next week or sending out any home learning, but we will see you back for the start of summer 2 on Monday, the 1st of June. So make sure you have a real relaxing half term. Go out for lots of daily exercise, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully real soon. we're going to end our assembly by joining together as we say our school motto.
Help us to take care of each other and grow